Boxing Truth here. I'm not done with this fight just yet. Last video about it. I'm gonna try to bang out another video after this. But Julian Williams absolutely deserved to get chinned this past Saturday night. I ain't gonna lie, it put a big ass smile on my face to see Julian to get dropped like some chump, to get exposed, because I don't like Julian Williams. Talks too much shit. I don't like some of his statements on boxing Twitter. To me, I was rooting hard against him for the longest time because Julian Williams just talks too much shit. He's acting like he's some elite prize fighter without accomplishing a goddamn thing in his career. Not even facing the proper opponents. I've been laughing my ass off past couple of days about this fight, what materialized, what went down, because it was some funny shit, especially stuff that was said prior to the fight. A lot of outlandish statements on boxing Twitter about what potentially Julian Williams could do. Stuff like that I've seen that now I just laugh my ass off when I remember these comments. Stuff like Julian Williams is gonna school Canelo. He's gonna beat the shit out of Lil G. This cat can't even beat Jamal Charlo, bro. I mean, Jamal Charlo's a good fighter, but he ain't as good as Canelo. At least not yet. Charlo needs a couple more fights to be a finished product, but if he wants to be elite, he's got to improve his defense, because otherwise it ain't gonna happen. He's got to improve that defense to become elite. But he needs a couple more fights to be a finished product and roll the dice with either Canelo or Golovkin and see what happens. But for Julian, he's become another Heyman prospect that just got exposed. It's becoming the norm when it comes to Heyman's prospects. They get fed a bunch of soft touches, just the wrong type of development process, and then they end up taking a big leap in competition. And this is what usually occurs. It's happened many times already. Happened to Gary Russell. Got his ass whooped in his first big step-up fight. Happened to Tony Harrison. He got exposed. Look at the trash opposition he was fighting prior to Willie Nelson. And now Julian Williams. He got J-rocked this past Saturday night. And the result was the same. You see why these guys got exposed. Look at the resume. Look at the upbringing. Look at the development process. And that's the problem with Heyman with some of his prospects. Just makes you wonder what's the next Heyman prospect that's going to get dropped like some chump, like Julian Williams just did. Now J-Rock, it's going to be tough to get bounced back from this loss. Just doesn't seem like Heyman cares about you. I mean, look what he's given you thus far in your career. And that's another thing that annoyed me about Julian Williams. He was quick to defend Heyman every time there was some little criticism about the PBC, some warranted criticism about Heyman. And Julian Williams was the one Heyman fighter you would least expect that would be so quick to defend him. I never heard Charlo defending Heyman on Twitter. I mean, not that I can recall. But Julian was always quick to defend him, and it made no sense because if you saw a Danny Garcia or Adonis Stevenson or a who else, one of those guys, and another name I can't think of the top of my head, but like a Danny Garcia, Adonis Stevenson, if you saw those guys defending him, you would understand, because those guys are making huge paydays to fight showcase fights. I mean, they get hooked up with easy title defenses, voluntary defenses. But for Julian, what the hell has Heyman done for you, bruh? This guy can't even get you on a headliner. He didn't even expose you much to the public and wasn't giving you the proper opponents. He needed to be a mandatory just to fight one of his clients. He couldn't hook you up with that prize fight. You had to climb up the rankings and earn it through an organization. So I never got why Julian was so quick to defend Heyman despite some of the warranted criticism about the PBC and Heyman. And now, J-Rock, who knows where you go from here? You're going to have to climb back up the rankings after getting dropped, chin checked. Embarrass your fan base. Embarrass everybody that picked you, supported you, that picked you hard. even by stoppage. And I'm just so damn happy you got chin check, bro. You got humbled. You needed to be humbled, man. You was talking too much shit, acting like you was some elite prize fighter without fighting the fights or accomplishing the things they needed to accomplish. And that's what I didn't like about you, man. Just wasn't humble enough. Was criticizing a champion's performance simply because Charlo struggled with Austin Trout. What's the crime in that? Canelo struggled with Trout. Cotto got beat by Austin Trout. So it's not really such a big crime that Jamal Charlo, struggled with Austin Trout. But now you know, man. You got your first taste of reality of stepping up to world-class level, and you wasn't ready for it, man. Got no chin, bruh. Couldn't take the power. And Charles not even the best 54-pounder among the top three, but he's not the best. Canelo right now is the best, but he's not going to stay there. But as for J-Rock, it's going to be tough to bounce back from this loss, especially since I don't see Heyman giving too much shit about you. Look how he developed you. Look how he exposed you to the public. Not much. And now he's probably going to use you as another stepping stone for one of his other star clients. Perhaps feed you to another young lion. A young lion named Jared Hurd. Lions only up in here, bruh. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.